Hello, this is Old School Magic on MTG Forge versus AI, noob AI that has managed to beat me a number of times. Today we're going to be looking at Mono Blue Islandhome. This deck is a fun, silly deck that was built by the channel MTG Phil. Just a fun deck. Just going to kind of take it through some games and just see how badly it gets trounced. I think this is the entire deck tech. No, it's not. Okay. So at the bottom, you can look up the deck tip on YouTube. There are a number of cards. Everything is basically, if it's terrible, except for Lord of Atlantis, then it is in this deck. So basically, everything has Island Home or Island Walk. Can't attack unless the opponent controls islands. So we've got Phantasmal Terrain if they are not playing blue. Top of the curve, we've got Leviathan, Island Fish Gisconius, and then some other creatures as well. So let's take it through some games and see how bad it truly is. All right, this will be game one, and we're going to go against green-white vanilla creatures. So this is not a blue deck. So drawing Phantasmal Terrain at the beginning should be awesome. Let these Vodalian Knights get in for some damage. So I think I won this coin toss. Yes. Well, let's get on the board with some islands. So, oh, geez. Okay, Black Lotus, Savannah. What are they going to play? Okay, that's actually somewhat threatening. I don't want to play Sunken City yet. I'm going to Phantasmal Terrain, and we're going to turn that into an island. I'm going to be playing mono. Dang it. Okay, this is going to be tough, especially if we don't draw any lands. I can't play anything, can I? Okay. Okay, so Vodalian Knights does have First Strike, which is going to lock up the ground quite nicely. Okay, now we're hitting our lands. I think I'm going to play another Knights. Yeah. I could attack, but I think we're going to play defense. Pretty sure they are the beatdown. They do get bigger, I think, than I do. Okay, this is really neat. So we're hitting a lot of lands. So that costs 7. I guess, should we play the Tome? Probably should have. Okay, so the Tome's gone. They probably should have killed the Phantasmal Terrain. Well, that's an awesome draw. And I'm going to play Fish Sliver Oil on Lord of Atlantis to give it Island Walk, but now these Vodalian Knights are... Okay, so they strip mined my Mishras. Vandalion... Okay, so this Dandan's actually... I think we're just going to go all in on this aggro plan here. So he can't be blocked. So next turn, if I hit there, it'll be 11, 9... Yeah, so I'm just going to get in with Lord of Atlantis. That actually may have been a mistake, because Dandan isn't unblockable. Okay, we're going to pay the 2 mana. Dandan unfortunately just dies to anything, so I guess we just get in with the Lord, and we can just win next turn. Okay, let's bash. For 7. And got him. Okay, sweet. Let's go to game number 2. Alright, we do not have Phantasmal Terrain. We do have some good blockers. Dandan is a chunky blocker. Oh, crap. Okay, well, that's not the worst start. I think we're just going to start... let's get Dandan down. He will... I might just take out this Savannah Lines. It is a tempo minus play, but Devouring Deep. It's pretty terrible. 1-2 for 3. But it does block Squire quite well. I guess we're just going to go double Lord of Atlantis. And can't get in just yet. Okay, that costs 6. That's cost 5. Okay, let's get in with 1 Lord. Okay, that's a big, chunky friend. So once I play the Sunken City, okay, I've actually never played Sunken City before, so I could take out the Crawworm with Lord plus. Okay, so the Crawworm is gone. I probably should have attacked with both Lords there. I think Shark is good to go. And we're going to get in with the Lord of Atlantis. Shark can't attack unless the opponent controls 1 island. Nice. Okay, I don't have any enchantments in the graveyard, so I guess we're just going Sunken City. And let's animate Mishras. This deck was not, I think, in Phil's original list, but... Oh, right, I can be using Pirate Ship to ping them. Yep. I think we're just going to animate Mishras again, and bash. Okay, Mishras is dead. And we're going to ping. And ping. Okay, sweet. Wow, okay, that just ended really quickly. Looking good, even without the Phantasmal Terrain. Let's go on to a second match. Alright, looks like we've won the coin toss again. I think I tend to win the coin toss a lot on this program, but... So, I'm going to keep... Got 2 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 3 drop. Seems good. Let's get rolling. Okay, Forest. I'm going to drop Dan. Not have a Phantasmal Terrain. So this kind of is unfortunate. I have nobody that can attack. And that ends that. Okay, well... Juggernaut. Dan can block Juggernaut quite well. Do I want to play Sunken City? I think so. Fortunately, I can't attack. Let's just get rid of... Oh, I should have played Vodali Knights. Oh, I forgot it has first strike. Dang it. Yes. Okay, fair enough. I could have killed the Juggernaut, and it would have suicided itself. Oh, that sucks. That's so much damage. Okay. That is okay. 6. I got enough for Sea Serpent next turn. But not enough for that guy. Still can attack. Still can't attack. Unfortunately, I... die. Oh, he has Trample. Okay, I can't actually pay this. So we're just going to drop our big beefy Sea Serpent. And I guess the Vodalian Knights will have to... Oh no, I have to absorb all of it. Okay, turns out a big beefy boy is still good. And we die. Let them attack quickly. Okay, so ramped into a big beef monster. Dang it. No Phantasmal Terrain. I wonder if it is worth just mulliganing to Phantasmal Terrain. Because if I draw it... Actually, I need to play Lord of Atlantis. I should have played that last turn. Drop another Dan. Okay. What does this cost? 5. That's a big hunk of meat there. Dan will trade for it. Apparently not. That's okay. Still a 1 for 1. Unfortunately, none of this stuff are merfolks, so we will just have to... Who has Forest Walk? Okay, they gave the O2. Okay, so he has to block, so let's block with the Dan again, and I think I'm just going to take 4. Okay, so they're going to lose both their attackers. I am down to 3 life. Fan-freaking-tasmal terrain. And I think we bash. Except for with the Lord. And unfortunately with the merchant ship. No, because that's an island now. And we gain 2 life. Nice. Okay, we might be able to win this. Force of nature. Yes, we're going to win this. Let's bash for a ton. Okay, they're at 1 life. And I'm going to block. And Sunken City. Let's get in there. Got him. Sweet. Okay. Phantasmal Train is the... Okay. No. This is not a keep. Let's see if we can get Phantasmal Train. Got it. Okay. Let's put an island on the bottom. And let's win this one, shall we? Okay, so they're playing their giant growths early on. I don't know if I want to go... let's go Dan first. Okay, there comes the Juggernaut. We'll probably trade Juggernaut for Dan, like before. Okay, sweet. Phantasmal terrain on the island. On the forest, rather. And now we're going to get in. Okay, well, this is turning out quite well. So that's an island. Shall we turn another force into an island? That will make their Force of Natures very difficult to play. Alright. We might... Okay, Giant Spider can't do anything. Okay, another island isn't ideal. Okay, got some 4/4s. They're not going to be able to kill us. Bodalian Knights, just for the fun of it, and... Boom. Got it. Okay. Wow, this is actually playing a lot better than I thought it was going to. Once you get the Phantasmal terrain down, it rocks. Alright, this is several days later, lol. I'm going to do a third game with this, third match. Because this is a lot of fun, actually. I thought it was going to struggle, but once you get Phantasmal terrain down, it's got some good stuff going for it. This has no early play. Sunken City is not an early play. We are on the draw, though. So, got some beef at the top. Playing against a mono red deck. Okay. Goblins. I'm acting surprised, but I actually chose it to be goblins, so... Of course it's goblins. Well, okay, Lord of Atlantis isn't going to be a blocker. Okay, so we're going to have some early beat sticks here. Vidalian Knights, if it can survive, will be a nice blocker for these guys. Unless they Goblin Grenade me. So they're sending a Goblin Grenade at the Vidalian Knights. These are interesting cards. The 1-drops in Goblins aren't terrible. Goblins of the Flarg, such a funny name, has Mountain Walk. So a 1/1 with evasion against a lot of format. Okay, we got 2 of them. I'm getting up to... Okay, the fact they use a Goblin Grenade me, they probably don't. Okay, well, I guess they do have another Goblin Grenade. This is why you don't want to play too many... Okay, I think we're just going to do that. And I don't have any other plays, unfortunately. But once I... Okay, pirate ship's coming down. Okay. But I'm going to be able to ping these guys nicely. And let's drop another pirate ship. Good to see pirate ship in action. Pirate ship actually is not a terrible card if your opponent has islands, which we do right now. Okay, I'm going to... Does it make sense to get rid of the Keldon Warlord or just to bash for 10? I think that doesn't make sense, but that's okay. That's just the AI being... I probably could have animated my Mishras, but that's okay. Yes. Okay, so we're hitting pretty hard on lands. Let's just bash. I probably should have animated them again. I will not forget this time, and it looks like it's game over. I could just kill him with my two pirates. So neat, some pirate ship action. Kind of a cool card. They're gonna block, and they die. Okay, on to the next game. Goblins might be one of the next ones that I take a look at. Okay. We don't have any early plays, but I'm going to keep this. Fish Liver Oil, it does not seem to be a great card. But just because I've got land and spells, I'm going to keep it. Okay, I'm going to bolt, place Goblin Shrine. Goblins does need to... have several 1-drops in the opening hand in order for it to be effective. Goblin Hero is a terrible card. It's a 2/2 for 3, but I love the art. And this just is like, I don't know, I've only discovered it recently, and it's a super interesting. Okay, I still can't attack. Interesting card. I'm gonna animate this. Let's see what they do. Okay. It is very bad, but it just feels like what old cards are. Okay, so no phantasmal terrains. Okay, as long as they don't draw any bolts, I'm gonna block that with my Dan. So my 2-drop killing your 3-drop. Oh crap, so they got Goblin Caves, my Balloon Brigade. Okay, so the goblins are actually pretty big. Okay, I'll be able to play the Sunken Cities next turn. That's unfortunate. But I guess it's not super relevant because all their goblins are out of ping range. Okay, so this guy's going to be able to do something. I'll be able to make him a 5/5 next turn. Probably won't play them both. Keldon Warlord, so he's going to be a 2/2. Waterworm, not a great threat. And I'm going to get in with the guy that I can get in with. Okay. So I think I'm going to deal damage to the Balloon Brigade. and then the Warlord will get smaller. So they should both die. So I'll kill that with three of my damage, and then deal 1 damage to him, and then the Keldon Warlord will become a 1/1. Yep, okay. Seems good enough. It's unfortunate that is all of my attackers. Do I play? I don't have any merfolk, so do I just animate the Mishras and attack with whom I can attack? Fair enough. They could have turned their Mishras into a 3/3. I forgot about that. It's unfortunate. Okay, I think we're just going to play Lord of Atlantis. That's the only attacker, right? Yeah. Goblin Sherjoin. And I imagine that we've got this in the bag. Well, now we've really got it in the bag. Okay, we're going to get rid of the caves, because I think that has to be a mountain. Turn into an island. And there. It is gone. Okay. So now it's no longer giving plus O plus 2 to them, because it's not a mountain anymore. And let's bash. Alright, they're down to 3. That would have been a cool card to play. Let's do this. And Alpha Strike for the win. Okay, 0-2. Let's get back, check the deck out once more time, and then we'll be done. All right, so there's your mana curve. Actually, the mana curve is really good. There's not a lot turn 1, but you got a bunch at turn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so some cards we didn't play. Never played Leviathan. Never played Islandfish Draconius. Never played Giant Shark. Played Sea Serpent once. Pirate ships there. They played at the end. Actually, we were beating down in that first game, but even if we weren't, being able to ping individual threats would have been great. So yeah, I think this is basically your basis of a Merfolk deck in Old School anyways, which I'll have to try. Just cut a lot of this top stuff that we just never got to. But despite the Islandhome stuff, obviously I think I played this once. Terrible card. Holy crap. But yeah, really, really fun, silly deck. It played a lot better than I thought it would. Obviously, I was matching it against decks with similar power just so that we could see how it worked. I did play it against a 3-color tempo aggro deck, and it just got decimated just because everything in that deck cost 1 and 2 and 3. But besides that, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Shout out to MTG Phil for designing a deck that works so well, despite him saying it's his weakest deck ever. He's a good deck builder. So that will be it for this video. Thanks for whoever watches.